1890s New York, and I definitely do not belong at this party. This is a Gilded Age ball, millionaires only. I somehow have an invitation. Don't ask how. Nobody has even noticed I'm standing here yet. That feels like a preview of the whole night. This house is genuinely the size of a museum, and apparently one family just lives here. Fortunes from steel, oil, and railroads built these mansions. This entire era ran on new money. Everyone else is walking like they own the building. I'm walking like I'm about to get caught. Last look outside before I go in. This is genuinely the calmest this night is going to feel. The Gilded Age wasn't actually gold. It was gold-plated over some genuinely rough social problems underneath. He didn't say a single word, just opened the door. That silence somehow felt like a test. Okay, this room alone is bigger than my entire apartment. I have genuinely never seen anything like this. That chandelier alone probably cost more than most people earned in an entire lifetime here. This is what people mean when they say old money resented new money. This house screams new money.
Calling cards. You literally hand over a card to prove you're worth talking to. This is intense.
I don't have one of these. I genuinely hope nobody asks me for it tonight. Social rank in this era got tracked with actual paperwork. That's genuinely more organized than most companies today. That staircase alone looks like something from a palace, and people just casually walk down it every night.
Nobody rushes down these stairs. Everyone descends slowly, like they're being watched, because they genuinely are.
I'm about to walk into the actual ballroom. I have exactly zero idea what the rules are. Okay, there it is. This room is genuinely overwhelming in every possible direction I look. Everyone knows the exact steps already. I clearly did not get that particular memo before tonight.
She just looked at my entire outfit in about 2 seconds.
I think I failed some kind of test. That's Charlotte, apparently. Old New York family. She has genuinely not stopped evaluating me since I arrived. Old money families like hers genuinely look down on new industrial fortunes, even bigger ones than their own.
This man just checked his pocket watch while staring directly at me.
Your time is nearly up. He's Reginald, apparently. He genuinely seems to be calculating the value of literally everything in this room.
There's an actual social hierarchy happening right now, and I have genuinely no rank in it whatsoever. The orchestra alone looks like it belongs in a concert hall, not just a private house party. Families here genuinely hired full orchestras for a single private evening. That's the actual scale we're talking about. One single ball like this could genuinely cost more than an entire factory worker's annual wage. That dress is genuinely covered in actual crystal beading. I don't even want to guess the cost.
Gossip travels genuinely fast in this room. Someone new just walked in, and everyone noticed immediately.
Social reputation in this era genuinely determined marriages, business deals, everything. Gossip wasn't casual here at all. Stepping away from the noise for a second, this library alone is honestly bigger than most bookstores. Some of these books genuinely look unread. Owning a library was as much about status as reading. This room is a display case for wealth disguised as intellect. That's genuinely a lot of the whole house. That bell apparently means dinner. Time to find out how badly I'm about to embarrass myself. There are genuinely more forks at my place setting than I own in my entire kitchen.
You're supposed to work from the outside in, course by course. I genuinely just learned that right now.
This specific fork apparently exists solely for oysters. There's a dedicated tool for basically every single food. He hasn't looked down at his silverware once. That's genuinely decades of drilled etiquette on display. This dinner apparently has 9 courses. I genuinely thought that was an exaggeration until right now. Soup, fish, meat, game, salad, cheese, dessert, coffee. That's genuinely just a normal Tuesday dinner here.
She noticed instantly. I switched forks immediately. Nothing was said out loud, but everything was communicated. That silent correction genuinely felt more intense than any spoken criticism I've ever gotten before. Conversation topics were strictly controlled too. No business talk, no politics, nothing genuinely real allowed here. Everyone is talking constantly and somehow saying genuinely nothing at all. That's an actual skill, apparently. The staff here genuinely move like ghosts. You barely even notice the plates being cleared away. There's an entire invisible workforce keeping this dinner running. Nobody at this table has even acknowledged them once. He hasn't moved from that spot the entire dinner. That's genuinely a whole different kind of exhausting job. This dessert alone looks like actual architecture. I genuinely feel bad eating something built this precisely. 9 courses, 2 hours, and I genuinely used maybe 40% of the silverware correctly tonight.
Dinner's over. Back to the ballroom now, and apparently the actual social games are just beginning. The men just split off into that room right there. Apparently that's where the real business happens.
Deals genuinely got made in rooms exactly like this one, away from the dance floor entirely.
Just offered me brandy without asking a single question. That felt like an actual invitation somehow. This is genuinely where fortunes get discussed. Railroads, steel, oil, casually over billiards and cigars.
You know, these railroad shares have tripled in value. Simply phenomenal. Oh yeah, phenomenal. New money in this era needed to prove itself constantly. Old money never had to explain anything at all.
That's genuinely the entire tension of this whole era. Everyone rich, but not everyone respected equally. Back toward the ballroom now. That whole conversation genuinely explained more than any history book could. These portraits genuinely go back generations. That's exactly the kind of lineage new money can't buy. You can build a mansion in a year. You genuinely cannot build 4 generations of ancestors that fast. Needed some air. This garden alone looks like it belongs at Versailles, not just a private backyard. Even the outdoor statues here are genuinely imported European sculpture. Nothing in this house is just decoration. Entire garden staffs maintained grounds like this year-round for maybe one major party like tonight. You can still hear the orchestra faintly from out here. This whole property is genuinely enormous. This terrace view alone genuinely justifies half the money spent building this entire mansion. I genuinely needed this quiet moment. That dinner and that smoking room were a lot to process. Time to actually go back in. I've been avoiding the dance floor this entire night so far. More guests are still arriving even now. This party genuinely doesn't seem to have a fixed start time. Okay. Ballroom, dance floor. This is genuinely the part I've been dreading the entire night. The music picked up considerably. Everyone's actually dancing now, and I have genuinely no idea what to do.
She's actually offering to dance with me right now. I don't think I can say no to this.
You shouldn't.
Okay, that was rough. She's genuinely being far more patient with me than I expected. I'm genuinely starting to get the basic count now. 1, 2, 3. That's honestly all it is. The waltz was actually considered scandalous when it was new here. Too close, too physical for polite society. By this decade, the waltz became completely normal. Scandal genuinely fades fast once everyone's doing it.
Those two are genuinely deep in conversation right now. I wonder if I'm the topic. Honestly, being gossiped about by actual millionaires feels like a strange kind of accomplishment tonight.
Wanted to see the other side of this party. This kitchen is genuinely a completely different world. Upstairs is chandeliers and waltzes. Down here is genuinely the actual labor making all of that possible. Even he checks on this room. That silent professionalism upstairs apparently has a real cost down here. Going back up now, that kitchen genuinely changed how I'm seeing this entire party right now. I want to ask you something, and I genuinely want your honest answer in the comments. If you had one night in a room like this, would you actually try to fit in?
Or would you just stand at the edge, watching, the way I genuinely did for most of tonight? Genuinely think about that. I'll tell you my actual answer before this video is over.
Found a quiet corner. This night is genuinely almost over, and I need a minute to process it.
You can barely hear the party from out here. This whole property genuinely swallows sound completely. I walked in tonight completely terrified. Genuinely, something shifted somewhere around that dance floor tonight. The rules here were genuinely absurd. Forks, calling cards, silent judgment over practically everything I did.
But underneath all those rules was genuinely just people trying to prove they mattered somehow. Old money, new money, staff downstairs, guests upstairs. Genuinely, everyone here was performing something. It's getting late now. Carriages are already lining up outside. This whole night genuinely flew by. Both of them are still performing perfect manners right up until the very last second here.
That performance genuinely never stops. Not even at the door on the way out tonight.
Walking down these stairs feels completely different than walking up them a few hours ago. Back outside where I started, same mansion. Genuinely a completely different person walking down these steps now. My honest answer to that earlier question, I genuinely tried to fit in the entire night. And somewhere around that dance floor, I genuinely stopped feeling like I was faking it anymore. Would you have tried to fit in too? Genuinely, tell me your honest answer down below.
A ballroom full of millionaires. Genuinely more rules than I could count. And somehow, I danced anyway.